if I could, with this first video that we're gonna get into, this is two Hispanic brothers talking to a Mexican brother in the penitentiary, and the African brother is trying to get rid of some Negroes or whatever. And this video right here is basically for all you black folks that swear you African or want to be African so goddamn bad. You know what I'm saying? The Africans don't give a damn about you.
That's right.
Just so you know, they don't give a damn about you or your people or anything you've been through or anything. Matter of fact, they the one that helped sell you into slavery to begin with. So
right. It's a viral video going out. We might have to try to find that next time. But it's an African dude explaining how he knows that the Negroes is not African because he moved over here. He was like, we don't look the same. We don't talk the same. We don't do nothing the same. Like, why do they call themselves Africans? So he also said, he say, they don't have no stories about a white man gonna catch you by the beach and sell you. He said they don't have no great-grandparents telling them don't go by water because Africans gonna hunt you. And the reason why they don't have no stories because them are stories. He was already sold.
So like, if I could, is that the same video where the African was like, I came over here on a plane?
No,
I didn't come on a boat.
No, it's just different because
that's another one. It's another one.
They didn't go into slavery like we did.
Right.
So they know their history. That's why he was able to say that we don't have nobody passing down stories saying, don't go by water that you're gonna get kidnapped, sold, sold into slavery. They don't have them stories because that's our stories.
Right.
It's not their stories.
Did you have something? Come. All right, here we go with the first video. He said, you help me get rid of the niggas.
They don't care really well. The fact is that it's you're asking us to help get rid of your people. Yeah, I'm not people. I am in Africa.
Look how they looking. That's how you know them all brothers though. Look how they looking. They looking all like, what? They looking like he a demon or something. But no, that's true though. With the Hamite bringing out, because that's what they I wish we had the compact Bible dictionary so we can read the definition of ham. But anyway, with the brother bringing out, with the African dude bringing out, is too bad. We are not they people, man. Africans and African Americans are totally two different races of people. Comparing us to the Africans would be the same as comparing us to East Indians, because they also dark skinned, or comparing us to Arabs, because they also dark skinned. So like what the African dude is bringing out is heavy, and a lot of Africans are saying that. Since social media, that blew up. A lot of Africans are saying we not the same people. They know it.
Right.
They know it. They say, "Oh, you came on a boat, we came on a plane." They come over here and get businesses, get their own communities. They stick to each other. They don't stick with us. They sold us into slavery. And if I could, let me get Exodus 11:7 to prove that in the Bible. That's crazy.
That just proved one West, one mind, one body. One mind, one body.
I bring out too many scriptures on that. That's heavy. You go ahead with that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Shall not a what?
Not a dog move his tongue.
So not even only, you feel me, just people, different races, not a dog, shall not a dog move his tongue. Which means like speak out against his people. Because this one we was coming out of Egypt.
Against man or beast.
Right, because we was in slavery in Egypt. To show you that black people and Africans is not the same people. It's over 50 countries, over probably about the same amount of ethnicities in Africa, but we always claim Egypt. And that's why it's so heavy that the Bible goes right against Egypt. Then it goes right against Egypt, because that's all we want to claim is Egypt because of the pyramids, because of the ancient civilization. But what you don't know, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian man and woman, your ancestors was enslaved in Egypt. We the ones built the pyramids. We the reason why the plagues came to Egypt. The army died in the Red Sea. The firstborn that all the Egyptians died. That was for black people. Black people is the reason why that happened. Same reason why America gonna fall, for the same reason.
And you may know how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right, the Lord put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Israel is black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And if you just look around, the Lord put a difference between us and Africans. You can look at our facial features, and you can look at our just mental features as well. Like I always say, there's no African Michael Jackson. There's no African Michael Jordan. There's no African Daniel Hale Washington that saved millions of people and still saving millions of people today because he's the first man that ever did a heart surgery, and that was a black man. Black women sent the rockets to the moon. Feel me? And we could go on and so forth. Man, we could go as simple as the stoplight. Yeah, you go ahead, get to the other tree. But as simple as the stoplight, to show that the Most High put a difference between us and Egypt. Because Salaki said, if I may, you're an expert on what's going on over there in Egypt and stuff. I don't even think they still ain't got stoplights. They might do. I might not know. You know what I mean? But from what I see on the pictures, man, you feel me? Like, come on, man. The Lord put a difference between us and Egypt, man. You feel me? The black man invented the stoplight. Something as simple as that, just to control traffic.
And if I could, real quick. The whole reason why we celebrate Passover is the destruction of Africans, the Egyptian people.
Right.
And we celebrate a whole holiday behind destructions of Africans, but yet we want to be Africans so bad. Yeah, we see all them different things, different customs that Africans actually keep, like they have cows pissing on them. You know what I'm saying? Like they cut women's clitorises off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All types of weird stuff. They mark. Right. That's what I was just gonna get to. They got them mark their bodies up like goddamn lizard or something.
Right.
But yeah, black people over here don't never want to be those type of Africans.
So
Go ahead.
If I could, clitoris cutting start being.
I know it started in Africa.
I know it was somewhere in Africa. I know we ain't do that shit. I know we ain't do that.
There's a difference between us and the Egyptians, but Egypt was like the greatest, most famous kingdom, because of our slavery. We was, as a whole, the way we were in slavery in America, we was in slavery in
Egypt. Right.
Same way.
So, hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
This is the Sons of Man Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark race.
Salaki, if I could, real quick.
Salaki, who you say the compact Sons of
Man Compact Bible Dictionary.
That was written by a white guy. White people, always talking about the Bible is a white man's book. A white man researched and found this out. He found out that Ham was the progenitor of the dark races.
Like, if I could, real quick, progenitor, that means like the father of, like he fathered the dark generations, except for the Negroes. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not who?
Not the Negro.
Not the Negro. So even the white man, since y'all always want to refer to the white man as your father, the white man put it in a book. And they did the research and they found out that the Ham is progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. But who?
But the Egyptians.
Ethiopians. Libyans. North Africa.
And Canaanites.
Feel me? Not the Negroes. Because everybody know that Negroes is not Africans. They said Negroes for sale. Right. It was being sold on the auction block, it said Negroes for sale. Didn't say Africans for sale. Because it's over 50 different ethnic groups in Africa. It's a bunch of different countries in Africa. They don't call themselves Africans. They say I'm Nigerian, I'm Libyan, I'm South African, I'm from Ghana. They don't say it, I'm just African. But we do.
So, like, if I could, the term African American didn't even come until what, the 60s?
Right.
We didn't even call ourselves African Americans before the 60s.
Negroes.
We was called Negroes, niggers, you know, anything but an African. African wasn't part of it.
Slack said 8.
It was the 80s? Okay, Sluggy, the 80s.
Yeah,
At least the 80s. Jesse Jackson, right. At least the 80s. The 80s, we got that term African American.
Right. But moral of the story is everybody on earth know we not Africans. We just don't know. And now the Africans is disclaiming us, and black people still claim it.
It's like we don't have an identity, so we want to claim an identity so goddamn bad. We want to claim something that's not even us.
Right.
Did you have something, sir? Okay. Was that it on that?
You go ahead.
All right, we'll go ahead and go to the next video real quick.